Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Seattle Seahawks.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They run the counter. It's Hines. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. This is Hines. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Desmond King making the tackle. Well, the Bengals and Seahawks meeting here in Week 1, and this is a combination that we haven't seen that often on the turf. If you look back to when the franchises began facing each other all the way back in 1977, but since then, just 20 meetings between the two teams. And the Bengals have won 11 of them, including the last meeting back in October of 2015. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
On the ready. 54, right there. 54 miles. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 6 down. Check 6.
Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Mike, 55.
A toss play to Chubb. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's not often that you get 19-year-olds that enter the NFL, but this guy is absolutely special. Tremaine Edmonds out of Virginia Tech, 6'4", 250-plus pounds, can run like a deer. We just saw his ability to flash and make plays.
His brother Terrell also taken in the 1st round. First set of brothers taken in the 1st round of the same draft in NFL history. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They're running it.
This time Jackson will throw it. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Let's go now. It's on the ending. 49. Hey, defense. Hey, defense. Let's go.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. A run for Nick Chubb. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive. Oh, Chubb fumbled it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Here we go. Set. 15 on it. 15 on it. Off the flat. Off the flat.
From the 27, Jackson flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 on. 49. And watch the leg.
On 3rd down, Jackson dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Tucker's kick is good. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. He finds Corey Davis. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play, first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Check 55 for Ricky.
On first down, it's Hines trying to run inside, but nothing there. tackle there by Clay Matthews.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Haskins. Room here to run. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Hines. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. They run with Hines, and he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Haskins on 1st down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there of 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
Well, that's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on 1st down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Come get some. Come on, come get some. Here, one. Alert flare, flare.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Check 50. Undercrush. Slam. Check 52.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Come on now, let's go.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. This will be caught at about the 6. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Haskins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Here we go. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. DJ Moore. 36 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. But it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Jackson to throw again. It's caught on the right side at Smith. 12 yards there and a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. Left side here to Sanders. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Jackson will throw again. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Jackson now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Smith catches left side.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, Jackson. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. To throw again is Jackson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Emmanuel Sanders in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play of the half. It's Haskins throwing the out route incomplete. It's Davis. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Montez Sweat in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Jackson. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. So that changes things a bit. Here's a first and 10 all the way down at the 35. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
To throw on second and 10, Jackson. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. Jackson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And Jackson throwing once more. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ito Smith, 29 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. Third down. Here's Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. On the return, here's Agnew. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. This time Jackson will throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we go. What we got? What we got? What we got?
They go play action with Jackson. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. That's complete to Smith. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Jackson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Play action. Now Jackson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Sanders. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and it'll bring up third down. They'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Play action. It's Jackson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now Haskins. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. On 1st down, it's Haskins. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he's got some space here. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. DJ Moore. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Come on, Ryan. We better not.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. DJ Moore, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point safely through, and that will get them one closer. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 21-yard line.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go. Right here.
They go play action now. Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Here we go.
Jackson, off play action. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Chris Godwin, 37 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down.
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And they're going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Mike Williams there to make the grab. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15. The Bengals drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Haskins. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. So the victory here for Seattle. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football,
yeah,
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Seahawks, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers.